Good morning, Nifties. Welcome to Knitsery Nicole. I am Nicole, and we are a crafting community. So grab your work in progress, also known as a whip, and let's get started on our 10-minute crafting break. As you may know, yesterday I started on the 6-day star blanket by Betty McKnit. And she said that if it starts to ruffle, that you, oh, you know what? I'm supposed to put 2 in each. That if it starts to ruffle, that you should size up your hook. So I had to undo the second round. By the way, I'm drinking pour over coffee. So I had to frog, and here I am redoing the second round from yesterday. I did get some good rest last night, which is good. And my throat still doesn't quite seem normal, but it seems okay. Like I'm probably not sick. But we'll see how the day goes. Sometimes your body, at night, it's like healing and trying to like get you better. And then, you overdo it. Today we have a soccer game. And I also have to volunteer in the snack bar. So I will be at the snack bar today if you want to come join me. Fortunately, I'm volunteering with 2 of my other friend, soccer mom, friend people who I met from, when my son was going to school. We, all 3 of us, have kind of, been together off and on because some years we don't have each other in the same class. But we've been there, for, kinder through 6th grade. So that's a long time. And I think, I'm not sure, but one of them, their daughter went to pre-K there too. So she's been there longer. So I don't know if the other mom, if her son went to pre-K there, but my son was too old. Now though, they have that pre-K where it's like, it's for everyone. And it's really nice because of course it would have been nice to have, free pre-K for my kid too. But I don't know. We did an extra year at our preschool instead, and it was great. Our preschool was so amazing. Shout out to Hilltop Preschool. It's just they use something called the Reggio Method, which is kind of, many of you probably have heard of the Montessori Method. And the thing about Montessori Method is it's very child-led in that a child gets to follow their own interests. But I feel like it's a little bit rigid. And so I don't think it was the method for my son at the time, or even now. He doesn't like rigidity. He likes to kind of like do his own thing on his own time. And he's really responsible. So I kind of think it's okay. Okay, let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Okay, I guess I have to put 2 right here. But it just seems like that's not right. Okay. I always have a hard time with the one, well, like when you, oh, you know what? Am I double crocheting or triple crocheting? Let me count them. I have to do it all over again. 1, 2, oh, I'm totally triple. Remember I was doing that block with the trebles, with the treble crochets? Okay, so here, look, we did chain. I kind of wrote it down. I wrote chain 3. I'm supposed to chain 3. Okay, let's start again. Here we are. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now double crochet. Double is only 1. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, okay, that looks much smaller. Something's nice. Like there's a little bit of something that's a little bit cathartic about that triple though. Like the flip flip feels, a little bit nice. So I think that's probably why I did that. Oh my goodness gracious, Nifties. Anyway, so I was talking about Montessori. And for some kids, they like that, right? So in the Montessori method, they have these like trays of activities and they're fun. Those activities are great, but you have to be like trained by the teacher to do the activity. And then my kid, he does not want to wait to be trained by the teacher. And that's the first thing. Back then, now he has more patience, but back then he did not want to wait. And the second thing is that there's like a hierarchy of trays, because it's supposed to develop the skills or whatever. But he did not want to follow the hierarchy of skills. And so I feel like he was a little bit frustrated in the Montessori method. So the method that we did end up choosing, is called the Reggio method. And it's interesting because it also came out of Italy. Because Montessori is from Maria Montessori, right? So she was a real person and she was an educator. And then the Reggio method is, I think his name is Emiliano Reggio. And and it could be Emiliana Reggio. I'm not sure. I'm going to look that up after we get off because per usual, I'm just talking off the top of my head and I don't know all the details because I didn't do any research. Anyway, so because of that, they focus on social emotional learning and just like problem solving, and there's no strict rules there except that you can't hurt other people and you can't damage property. But besides that, it's kind of like a little bit of a free-for-all. And while, it's like scary to me to have a free-for-all because I'm a little bit more like moderated than that. Okay, let's count them. Let's see if I made it. Some kind of curled too, but I think it curled less. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 20. Okay, 28. It's probably this one, right? No, I think it's this one. Okay. And I'm just going to slip stitch it. So just find the place I want it to be and then pull it through. But there's not a lot of space, so I'm going to try to slip it with this littler one. Let's see if that makes it a little bit better. Because I think I did it a little bit tight. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to get a pin out. Like, I'm so close to getting the pin. Here we go. Oh, yay, made it. There we go. Okay. And then, something that's scary about that is that they don't really teach any academics. Okay, well, there's two things scary about it. One thing is you think it's going to be chaos. And there is kind of a little bit of chaos, but in the best way. It's like creativity and kids finding their passion and being celebrated for who they are and their own interests. It's that kind of chaos, which to me is like really, really beautiful. And then the other thing that they say that I didn't believe because I grew up in a very controlled environment is that if you always control your kids, they'll never find their own self-control. And so if you allow them to find their own self-control, they actually find their own limit. And so a good example is, you know how little babies, they're always like dropping things. So they'll drop and then they want you to pick it up, and they drop and they want you to pick it up. They're learning something. Their brain is adjusting because they don't have any concept of gravity. And so the falling, but once they've figured it out, once they master it, they stop and they move on. It's like a phase, and it's a phase because once they've mastered it, they feel comfortable moving on. And you know, I used to like tie like those little pacifier cord thingies, you know, onto the stuff. I used to hook it onto his little high chair so I wouldn't have to like pick it up so far all the time. Anyway, but those are things that I learned in from the Reggio method. Okay, so then I need to chain 3. I'm using the bigger hook. And the good thing is she said that you don't have to go back, and you can't really tell that it's a different hook. So chain 3. And the other good thing about this pattern that I just really love is that she has a lot of tips. And I like those tips because, like, for instance, the one about the curling, I don't think I would have known that. But the fact that she had written it down tells you that, you know, that she's experienced it and that she's learned from it and that she did, like, the hard work so you don't have to as much. This is not that hard if you remembered what you were doing. Okay, so I'm going to have to say goodbye for today, Nifties. It does look awfully cute. I hope you can see it. You know, I didn't even check to see if you could see things from this view. My new window has a lot of light, and so I can't see the top of the screen. And I love the light, so that's good. Oh, you know what? I'll just show you my new view. Okay. Look how cute it is. Nice trees. Okay, this is not very cute, but that's okay. I don't see it very much, and they're clearly going to build something. And then look at my cute little hummingbird. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day, Nifties, and that you are able to take some time and to enjoy your craft and to enjoy a crafting break. We'll see you tomorrow, and oh yeah, like and follow. I should, you know, have a script, and I do, but I don't even know where it's at. So like and follow, leave your project on our threads. Talk to you later. Bye.